Okay folks, I'm going to tell you a wee mayfly pattern, a wee Claret one. So the hook I have in the vise is a size 10 standard heavyweight wet fly hook. The thread that I'm going to use to tie the fly is uni thread 80 in black. So just come in and get the thread started behind the eye of the hook and just run down a bit of thread. Now I like to bring my thread down, just taking away the waist tag. I like to bring my thread down until I'm past the point of the hook. The tail on the fly is going to be cock pheasant dyed red. It's just a cock pheasant tail dyed red. Now I don't know, about half a dozen fibres or so for the tail, so I just bring them out from the stem, hold the fibres and then just pull them away from the feather. Now just measure these up to the hook, and I want these twice the length of the hook over the back. So I'll just come around with a pinch and loop. Then I like to take my thread turns down the shank of the hook, tying in the tail, and once I let my thread go, my thread's in line with the barb of the hook. Then I'll come in and trim this the length of the body. The rib on the fly is a oval gold tinsel in small. Show you the spool. That's it there. So staffer this up to the hook. Watch the length of the cut ends of the cock pheasant tail, and then just run your thread up, tying these in. Now you don't need to be too fussy with the body. The body's going to be dubbed. Just concentrate on tying in your tail nice and tight, just to make the fly last that wee bit longer. Up to there, and then bring your thread back down in open turns. And you want to bring your thread back down, tight up against your tail. The dubbing is going to be a dark claret in the traditional Irish dubbing range. So I'm just going to take this and just dub it onto your thread. Always remember, taking your dubbing the one way. If you just hold your thread tight, just give it plenty of stick, it will go on. No need for waxes. Well, I don't think so. I don't need it. It's up to you. So I'm just going to bring up my dubbing the length of the body. Just tighten it up now as I go. Up to there. I like to have a wee ball in front because I like to brush out the dubbing. So anything that's going forward, just stroke it back and bring your thread in front. And then you can bring up your oval gold tinsel. You're looking 4 turns of the oval gold onto the body, up to there. Follow it across with your thread, 1 turn to hold, a couple of turns to secure, and then just trim away the excess. Now I'm just going to come in with my Velcro on my lollipop stick. That's that wee ball we made there at the front. And just brush that out. Just gives the fly a wee bit of life. You brush out your dubbing. Now in front of this there's a cock haggle, Claret cock haggle. So just come in, stroke back the fibres to reveal the tip, come in with a turn to hold, another turn to secure, fold back your tip, and then just bring your thread up over the top of your tip and your haggle. Come in and locate the tip, you can break it away. I'm just going to stroke back the fibres with my scissors. And then you're just looking 1 turn in front of the other. Turns are up to you. I usually put about 3 or 4 on. Now, that'll do me because the stem of the feather is starting to get a bit thick. So just going to come in, round with a turn to hold, and a couple of turns to secure. Now I would usually fold that back, but like I say, the stem is thick, so I'm just going to come in and trim it away. Place the trim it away rather than create an excess bolt. Now I'm just going to bring my thread back up, tying in the haggle. Now the front feather is a natural French partridge feather. So just come in and remove all the rubbish from the bottom of the feather. Come in and stroke back the, I'm not going to need that, don't want to have a tan on, you don't want to have a tan off, sorry, away down here. because that stem starts to get a bit thick. So just come in and stroke back the fibres to reveal the tip. Now for this up to the hook, I'm going to come around with a turn to hold, another turn to secure. I'm going to fold back the tip, bring my thread to the eye, to there, and then build my thread back up over the tip and the haggle. Then come in and just break away the tip. And then the turns of the haggle are entirely up to yourself. It depends how heavy you like the fly dressed. Now, that wee fiber's just come forward. Don't want any of the cock haggle coming into the French partridge. So just come back in again, just come back round, just one turn in front of the other. Sometimes the French partridge feathers the stems can be thick. See, that's starting to get thick now. So I'm just going to hold this underneath. I'm going to come around with my thread and catch it in. I'm just going to bend it down just so we can get the turns of thread just tight into the stem, nice and tight right into the stem. Now just come in with a nice pair of sharp scissors and just take away the stem. And then you can just build up your head at this point. Just build up a nice head on the fly. It's part of the fly too, you know, the head. So nice and tight with your thread turns, keeping your thread tight. Come in with your whip finishing tool and just the one a whip finish, nice and tight. Pull the thread up, pull it that tight, the thread broke. That's okay, the whip finish is in. That's how I know it's in, because the thread hasn't unravelled. Now, can't be enough of that, so I'm just going to come in with a coat of varnish just on the head. Now, don't worry if you get it in the eye, just as long as you don't get it on the feather. Just get it right the whole way right round. Then come in with a bit of waste wire on my desk. Just fold these up and just clean out the eye. You want the varnish getting into your haggle to stop the haggle being mobile. And there you go. That's just a wee claret partridge. Now, the original pattern just has the natural pheasant tail, and that was a fly. The Claret partridge is a fly that was tied by a gentleman called Davy Elliott. So they tie a few up, you got the natural, use the natural tail. If you like the red cock pheasant tail, use it, it's up to yourself, and hopefully the fly can catch you a few fish.